this code is meant to convert a decimal number to ASCII. So you can see here I have put up a table, and we have decimal to ASCII equivalent for numbers from 0 to 9. Only from numbers 0 to 9 we have the ASCII equivalent, because you know, if you look at the ASCII table, after this it will begin with the characters. So any number, any decimal number can be converted into ASCII by the addition of 30. You can see here from the table, if you have the decimal number 0, if you add 30 to it, the ASCII equivalent will be equal to 30. 1 plus 30 becomes 31. 2 plus 30 becomes 32. 3 plus 30 is 33. 4 plus 30 is 34, and so on. So the number that you enter as an input should be a number between 0 to 9. So the main logic behind this concept is, if you have a decimal number, say 0, let me consider the least 0, then the ASCII equivalent will be obtained by the addition of 30. So this will give you 30 in ASCII. So any number between 0 to 9, all you need to do is, if you want to convert it into an ASCII equivalent, just add 30 to it. So let me just consider an example here. Now you know that in the memory locations that we consider, that is internal memory locations, we can store 8-bit of data. So when I consider 8-bit of data, the 8-bit of data, if you want to convert it in from decimal to ASCII, it has to be a number between 0 to 9. So let me randomly consider that I am having an input decimal number to be, say, 07. So this is a decimal number. To convert it into ASCII, all I need to do is add 30 to this, and this will become 37 in ASCII. Okay. Now if I input any data other than a number that lies between 0 and 9, say I am considering an 8-bit data itself, but now I am considering my input data to be equal to, say, 55D. This 55D, as you know, you can represent this in the form of an 8-bit data. But for ASCII equivalence, my number, decimal number, should be between 0 and 9. Only then I can obtain the ASCII equivalent of that number. So what we do in this case is that we are going to mask this particular decimal number so that we will be considering only the lower nibble. As you can observe here, you have the upper nibble and the lower nibble, right? This is the upper nibble, this is the lower nibble. So we have to mask in such a way that we obtain a number wherein only the lower nibble is present and the upper nibble is completely masked. So in order to do that, we will consider masking it with 0FH. Okay, so you can see here, when I mask it with 0F, this is going to be equal to 0.5. That is because masking is nothing but you are performing the ANL operation, that is the AND operation. So in AND operation, you know that 0 into 0 will be equal to 0, 0 into 1 will be equal to 0, 1 into 0 will be equal to 0, 1 into 1 will be equal to 1. So this is nothing but your AND operation, and the operator that you generally use is ANL. So if I consider this number 5, The equivalent of this in binary is 0101. Again, this is 0101. This is 0000. F is 1111. So in terms of binary, 000, 100, 00, this will be 0101, which is same as 05. So once you obtain only the lower nibble, all you need to do is add 30 to this, and the equivalent of this will be 35H in ASCII. So you should remember that even if you consider an 8-bit number other than the notation 0 to 9, your upper nibble has to be masked so that you get the decimal number between 0 to 9. So with this logic, let us look into the understanding of the program. Here what we are going to do is, we will consider the input to be stored in the memory location 50H. Okay. So input is stored in the location 50H, and the input that we are going to enter is 07. Okay. Then this content will be moved to the accumulator, and in the accumulator we are going to perform the AND operation. Okay, we are going to perform the add operation, that is 07 will be added with 30 in order to obtain 37, and the result will be stored in the location 51H. So the result will be stored in 51H. If I consider the second example that I had considered 55. So 55 was my content which was stored in the location 50H. First, initially I am going to move it to the accumulator. So the accumulator will be having 55. Next step in this case would be, I need to perform the AND operation. Okay, not add, AND operation, in order to mask this. So when I do that, the result of this will be 0, 5. Once I do that, I need to add 30 to this, and I get my final result as 35, which has to be stored in the location 51H. So let me quickly go to the program. So you can see here we have ORG0000H, which corresponds to the starting address of the program and corresponds to the start origin of the program. Then in this case, what I am doing is I am using a register R0. Instead of directly allocating 50H and moving the content, I have just included these two lines just to show you the different ways of writing the programs. So here R0 basically is assigned with the memory location. So R0 will be pointing towards 50H. Okay. Now move A comma at R0 means whatever content is present in R0, okay, that will be moved to the accumulator in this line of code. Then if the number is an 8-bit number greater than 09, we need to mask it. If it is a number within 09, also if you mask, the result will be the same. If not, you have to mask it, then only you will be obtaining the lower nibble. So you need to mask it. So this operation and operation is meant for masking, mainly to obtain the lower nibble. Once that is done, the result of that will be stored in the accumulator, which has to be added with 30H. Finally, we want our result to be moved to 51H. So whatever data on addition which is available in the accumulator has to be moved to 51H, and then you need to terminate the code. So I have already copied the code here, as you can see. So I will first build the target. Now let me debug this. I will show you for both the examples that I considered. Okay, so here I am considering the memory location 50H, wherein the first content that I will store is 07. Now this 07 is a number that lies between 0 and 9, and my result is supposed to be stored in 51H. So let me do the step-by-step execution. So R0 is now loaded with the memory location 50H. You can observe here in the window corresponding to the registers. Then move at R0, move A, at R0 means whatever content is present in R0 is moved to the accumulator. So accumulator is now containing 07. At the same time, the program status word also will change. That is because you know that we have the presence of the parity bit here. So this parity bit will be set when the accumulator has odd number of ones, and in 7 you know you have odd number of ones, totally 3 ones are there. So that is why the parity bit is set, and that is why the result of PSW is 0, 1. Next, when I execute the next line of code, I will be adding the accumulator with 30H. Before that I need to perform any masking. So you can see here 07 is masked with 0F, but the result will be the same, and in the accumulator 07 itself is present now. Next line of code that I need to execute is add A, 30. So when I do that, accumulator is now having 37. You can see that this accumulator content is 37. That is the result of the total operation, but our result was supposed to be present in 51H. So for that you need to execute move 51H, accumulator. When you do that, you can see that 51H is now having 37. So similarly, I can show you for the second example. For the second example that I had considered was 55. Now this is an 8-bit number, but it is greater than 09. So now when I do step-by-step execution, you can see R0 is assigned with 50H, that is the memory address. Then accumulator is now having the content 55. I am going to next mask this. So the result of masking should be 05. So you can see after masking, accumulator is having 05. Then on addition with 30, the result is 35, which will be in the accumulator, absent in 51H location. So the execution of move 51H, A will complete that process, and the result is 35H.